Do you know how many times humanity may have brushed against something it was never meant to touch? Not with intention, not with courage, but by accident. Like a hand reaching into darkness and feeling something move back? Because history is not just a line of dates and discoveries. It's a series of moments where the universe pauses, blinks, and asks us a quiet question in return. And sometimes, for reasons we still don't understand, we answer without meaning to. The first moment came deep beneath the soil of Europe, where machines the size of cathedrals hurled particles together at velocities approaching the speed of light, where physicists watched screens glow with certainty, until for a fraction of a second, certainty disappeared. At CERN, during a routine collider test, sensors recorded a blinding blue flash that arrived before it should have. Data that suggested particles behaving as if time itself had stuttered, skipped a frame, then continued on as if nothing had happened. The logs were real, the readings undeniable, yet the explanation never arrived. Only silence where understanding was supposed to live. Then there was the sea. In 1943, under a sky heavy with war and expectation, a naval experiment filled the air with electromagnetic fields so intense they wrapped a warship in green fog thick enough to swallow reality. Radar lost the ship. Observers swore it vanished. Minutes later, it returned. Intact, unchanged, its crew shaken, as if they had stepped somewhere the ocean could not follow. Officially, it was dismissed. Unofficially, it was never forgotten. Years later, in a quiet laboratory, something smaller, far smaller, did something far more unsettling. A single particle appeared twice in the same space, seconds apart, behaving as if time had folded inward, overlapping itself like a reflection looking back at its own origin. No malfunction was found, no error confirmed, only a question left hanging in the air, unanswered. Then, in the frozen stillness of Siberia, the sky itself seemed to ripple. A test detonated far above the Earth released a luminous ring that bent shadows backward and silenced the wind, as if the atmosphere had briefly forgotten which direction reality was supposed to flow. Witnesses described a stillness so complete it felt deliberate. In Japan, inside a sealed room designed to measure nothing more dramatic than precision, the impossible arrived quietly. The chamber stretched and shrank by millimeters without walls moving, without pressure changing, without any force that physics could name. And finally, beneath the ice of Antarctica, humanity spoke into the dark, and something spoke back. A pulse sent downward returned, altered, delayed, as if reflected by intelligence rather than matter, a reply that suggested depth where none should exist. These moments are filed away as anomalies, dismissed as glitches, catalogued as errors. Yet taken together, they form a pattern that feels uncomfortably deliberate, like fingerprints left behind by something that noticed us noticing it. Maybe we didn't open new dimensions, maybe we only knocked, and the universe, just once in a while, knocked back. Hit like and subscribe for more stories you were never supposed to hear.